Hello everyone, this is your friend and physician, Dr. Richard Miller. I'm truly glad you're here with me today. If you've been noticing that the evening newspaper feels like it's written in smaller print than it used to be, or those streetlights on the drive home seem to wear a bright halo that wasn't there a few years ago, I want you to hear this loud and clear right from the start. You're not alone. And even more important, you're not powerless. At 65 and beyond, changes in our vision can feel like an unwelcome companion that shows up uninvited. Many of my patients walk into the clinic feeling discouraged, convinced that blurry edges, extra glare, or that tired ache behind the eyes is simply the price of a long life well lived. But after 40 years of practicing medicine and caring for thousands of wonderful folks just like you, I can tell you there is a world of difference between the natural aging process and the preventable decline we can actually push back against. The good news is that some of the most powerful tools are already sitting in your kitchen. Today, we're going to talk about 5 specific fruits that, when enjoyed in the evening, deliver exactly the kind of nourishment your eyes crave while you rest. These aren't miracle cures or trendy fads. They are gentle, practical, time-tested choices that support your body's own remarkable ability to repair itself every single night. Before we dive into the list, let me share something I've learned from decades of listening to my patients. It's not only which fruits you choose, it's when you eat them and how they work with your body's natural rhythm. While you sleep, your eyes are busy with deep maintenance and recovery. Give them the right nutrients at the right time, and you're essentially handing your body the raw materials it needs to wake up clearer, sharper, and more refreshed. That's the quiet magic I want you to understand today. Let's talk for a moment about why our eyes need extra attention after 65. Think of your eyes as 2 incredibly sophisticated cameras that have been faithfully recording life for decades. Every day they absorb sunlight, artificial blue light from screens, and the normal wear and tear of simply seeing. Over the years, these exposures create free radicals, those unstable molecules that can damage the delicate tissues of the retina and macula if left unchecked. Now, I'm not here to scare you. I'm here to empower you. The real issue for most of us isn't that our eyes are wearing out like old tires. It's that the repair systems get overwhelmed by oxidative stress and inflammation. Your eyes have one of the highest metabolic rates in the entire body. They need a steady supply of specific antioxidants, lutein, zeaxanthin, vitamin C, and anthocyanins to neutralize those free radicals before they cause lasting trouble. Here's what many people don't realize. When you fall asleep, your body shifts into repair mode. Blood flow to the eyes increases, inflammation naturally decreases, and cells work to rebuild what the day has worn down. But if the nutritional building blocks aren't circulating in your bloodstream at that critical time, the repair is only partial. That's why the hours right before bed become such a golden window of opportunity. A thoughtful evening choice of fruit can literally set the stage for better vision the next morning and for years to come. I remember a patient, I'll call Mr. Harold, a 72-year-old retired school teacher who loved to garden. He came to see me because the beautiful colors of his heirloom tomatoes were starting to look washed out. He was heartbroken, thinking macular degeneration had finally caught up with him. After a careful examination, I could see his eyes were actually in remarkably good shape structurally. What he was experiencing was years of accumulated oxidative fatigue and insufficient nightly repair. Instead of jumping to expensive supplements or dramatic lifestyle overhauls, we simply adjusted what he ate during that last hour before bedtime. We started with a small bowl of blueberries and added a kiwi a few nights a week. 3 months later, Harold was back in my office with tears in his eyes, not from sadness, but from joy. He told me the reds in his garden were vivid again. He felt confident driving home from his evening card game, and the constant low-grade eye strain that used to greet him every morning had quietly faded away. Stories like Harold's are why I get so passionate about sharing this information with you. It's not about perfection or turning back the clock completely. It's about giving your body the support it needs so you can keep doing the things that bring you joy, reading to your grandchildren, watching the sunset, enjoying your hobbies without that constant worry about your eyesight. So let's get practical. Here are the 5 fruits I recommend my patients enjoy in the evening, along with exactly why they matter for eyes over 65. First on the list is the humble blueberry. These little gems are absolutely loaded with anthocyanins, powerful plant compounds that improve blood circulation right to the retina. Better blood flow means more oxygen and nutrients reach those delicate tissues that work so hard for us every day. I suggest a small handful, fresh or frozen, about an hour before you turn in. They're gentle on the stomach, won't spike your blood sugar when eaten in moderation, and give your system a steady supply of antioxidants to work with while you sleep. Many of my patients tell me they sleep better after adding blueberries too, which creates a wonderful virtuous cycle. Better sleep means even better repair. It's one of those small choices that quietly improves multiple aspects of health at once. The second fruit is kiwi. If you sometimes have trouble winding down at night, kiwi offers a natural advantage because it contains compounds that support serotonin. But for your eyes, it's the impressive levels of lutein and zeaxanthin that make it special. These two carotenoids act like internal sunglasses, filtering out harmful blue light and protecting the macula, that central part of your vision you rely on for reading, recognizing faces, and seeing fine detail. I often tell patients to enjoy 1 or 2 kiwis with the skin on if their digestion allows it, because that's where many of the nutrients concentrate. The slight tartness can be surprisingly refreshing at the end of a long day, and you're giving your eyes exactly what they need to recover from all the light exposure you faced from sunrise to sunset. Third is the orange. Most people think of oranges as a morning food, but vitamin C may be even more valuable in the evening hours. This essential nutrient helps maintain the strength and elasticity of the tiny blood vessels that feed your eyes. When those vessels stay flexible and healthy, circulation improves and the risk of leakage or fragility decreases. I recommend eating a whole orange or a couple of slices rather than drinking juice. The natural fiber slows down absorption, so you get a steady release of vitamin C throughout the night instead of a quick spike. Plus, the fiber itself supports healthy digestion, which becomes more important as we get older. The fourth fruit is pomegranate. These beautiful ruby seeds are rich in ellagic acid and other polyphenols that support vascular health throughout the body, including the eyes. I particularly recommend them for patients who mention that their vision seems to get blurry toward the end of the day or after periods of concentration. The seeds make a lovely, mindful evening ritual. You can sprinkle them over a small bowl of plain yogurt or simply enjoy them on their own. There's something calming about the process of eating pomegranate that helps many of my patients transition into a more peaceful evening. And finally, we have the strawberry. Don't let their sweetness fool you. Strawberries are powerhouse sources of vitamin C and a wide array of antioxidants that directly combat the oxidative stress built up during the day. They're also high in water content, which brings us to another important point I'll touch on shortly. A few large strawberries make a perfect light dessert. They feel indulgent without being heavy, and they leave most people feeling satisfied rather than stuffed. Now, you might be wondering, does the timing really matter that much? Can I just eat these fruits anytime during the day? The answer is yes, timing matters. And here's why in plain language: your deepest restorative sleep usually occurs in the first few cycles of the night. That's when growth hormone is released, inflammation is dialed down, and cellular repair kicks into high gear. By providing these specific nutrients roughly 60 to 90 minutes before bed, you ensure their peak concentration in your bloodstream coincides with your body's most active repair window. It's like making sure the construction crew has all the materials they need right when they start their shift. I've seen this pattern in my practice for years. Patients who consistently add these evening fruits report better morning vision clarity, less dryness, and fewer complaints of that sand in the eyes feeling. The changes are usually gradual and cumulative, which is exactly what we want at our age. We're not looking for dramatic overnight transformations that fade away. We're building sustainable habits that protect your precious eyesight for the long journey ahead. I'd love to pause here and hear from you. Have you noticed particular changes in your vision since turning 60 or 70? Do you already have an evening snack that seems to help you feel better? Drop a comment below. I read every single one that I can, and it genuinely helps me understand what matters most to you. Your experiences teach me as much as any medical journal, and they help build a community of folks supporting one another on this journey. One mistake I see far too often is the belief that a high-dose supplement can replace real food. Supplements certainly have their place, especially when someone has absorption issues or specific deficiencies, but the synergy inside whole fruit is remarkable. You get the headline: antioxidants plus the fiber, the natural water content, the trace minerals, and dozens of supporting phytonutrients that help the main actors do their jobs better. Your body knows exactly how to process these complete packages. It's the difference between handing someone a single brick and giving them an entire well-designed toolkit. Another key point is hydration. Your eyes are made up of a great deal of water. The tear film that keeps them comfortable and protected needs constant replenishment. When you eat these water-rich fruits in the evening, you're supporting hydration from the inside while you sleep. Many patients who add these fruits report waking up with eyes that feel less dry and irritated. It's one of those small foundational improvements that makes a surprising difference in how you feel every single day. I want you to approach this with a gentle, long-term mindset. None of us is looking for perfection at this stage of life. We've earned the right to be kind to ourselves if you forget one night or if travel throws off your routine. Simply begin again the next evening. The power is in the consistency over months and years, not in never missing a single day. Think about the great discoveries in medicine. We learned about vitamin C preventing scurvy, not from a high-tech laboratory at first, but from sailors who noticed that eating citrus fruit kept them healthy on long voyages. Simple observation, practical wisdom, and the willingness to work with the body rather than against it. That same wisdom is available to us today. We don't need to chase every expensive new treatment when nature has already provided these accessible, delicious tools. I truly believe that when you begin incorporating these 5 fruits into your evening routine, you'll notice improvements not only in your vision, but in your overall sense of vitality. You may wake up feeling clearer, more energetic, and carrying less worry about the future. That peace of mind is worth its weight in gold. Start small if you need to. Maybe tonight you simply add a handful of blueberries. Notice how you feel tomorrow. Perhaps in a few days you add a kiwi or some strawberries. Let your body show you what works best. You know yourself better than anyone. If you have diabetes or blood sugar concerns, please check with your own doctor. But in my practice, I've found that when these fruits are eaten in reasonable portions as part of an evening wind down, they rarely cause issues. The fiber and low glycemic impact of the whole fruit make them much gentler than many people expect. You might also consider creating a simple evening fruit plate. A few blueberries, strawberry slices, and some pomegranate seeds arranged nicely can feel like a small celebration at the end of the day. Light a candle if you like, turn off the bright overhead lights. Give yourself permission to slow down and enjoy this act of self-care. Your eyes have served you faithfully for decades. Now it's time to serve them back with love and wisdom. As we close today, I want you to remember that you are the architect of your own health story. The small, consistent choices you make in the quiet hours of the evening have the power to shape how clearly you see your grandchildren's faces, how confidently you drive to your favorite places, and how much joy you continue to find in the world around you. Thank you for spending this time with me. It is an honor and a privilege to be part of your health journey. If this video resonated with you, please share it with someone you care about. So many of us are quietly struggling with the same concerns, and a simple recommendation from a friend can be the nudge that changes everything. Don't forget to subscribe so we can continue these practical, heartfelt conversations about staying vibrant and independent as we age. We have so much more to explore together. Before you go, tell me in the comments which of these 5 fruits you're going to try first this week. I read your answers, and they genuinely brighten my day. Maybe it's blueberries for their wonderful color and taste, or perhaps the soothing ritual of pomegranate seeds. Whatever you choose, know that you're taking a positive step for your vision and your future. Your eyes are the windows through which you've witnessed a lifetime of love, beauty, challenge, and triumph. They deserve your thoughtful care. Be patient with the process. Be consistent when you can. And above all, be kind to yourself. This is Dr. Richard Miller, wishing you clarity of vision, peace of mind, and the deep satisfaction that comes from knowing you're doing something meaningful for your long-term well-being. I'll see you in the next video. Until then, rest well, eat with purpose, and remember that every small choice adds up to a brighter tomorrow. Take good care, my friends. You've earned it.